Kitkatscanread. Hello everybody, my name is Katie. Welcome to another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my June book haul. So yeah, this was kind of unexpected. At first I started off with just a few books, and then I went to my library, and then I went to my community centre, and they had some books there, so I've accumulated enough to do a haul. So without further ado, let's get started. So these first few books I found on the free bookshelf that is in my town, and the first book is 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. This is by Adam Kay. So this is from the author of This Is Going to Hurt, which I do also have. This was the really short kind of Christmassy one of pretty much what it is like to work a night shift in the NHS in the hospitals around Christmas time. It's meant to be hilarious and funny, and yeah, everyone has literally said it is absolutely hilarious. And yeah, they were actually previously a junior doctor, so yeah, they pretty much know exactly what it's like around Christmas in the NHS. So it's a good book to read around the Christmas period, really short, and I thought it was perfect to steal. I also picked up The Perfect Girlfriend by Karen Hamilton. Hadn't heard of this one, but when I read the back of it, it sounded really interesting. It pretty much says Juliet loves Nate, she'll follow him everywhere, she's become a flight attendant for his airline so she can keep a close eye on him. They're meant to be. Nate broke up with her 6 months ago, it means absolutely nothing. Juliet's got a plan to win him back because she's the perfect girlfriend, and she'll make sure that no one stops her from getting exactly what she wants. True love hurts, but Juliet knows it's worth all of the pain. Yeah, it just sounds really kind of stalkerish, and it gives me vibes of You by Karen Katniss. So yeah, and I really enjoyed that sort of thriller, and yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy this one. And the final book that I picked up from the free bookshelf that day was The Cleaning Bible by Kim Woodburn and Mckenzie. I used to watch How Clean Is Your House religiously with my nan, who used to watch it all the time. So when I saw this, I could not pass picking this up. I really used to enjoy their tips, their cleaning tips, and yeah, this is their book. So yeah, it's got all sorts of cleaning tips about all sorts of things: bugs, kitchen work surfaces, the dishwasher, and all sorts of cleaning tips, clutter, the toilet, the kettle, yeah, everything. Yeah, I know I'll enjoy it, and if I enjoy it so much that maybe I can give it to my nan to read. We shall see. But yeah, I was really sort of stoked to find it because I absolutely loved this duo in their TV show, and their cleaning Bible I think is going to be really funny as well as full of tips, and yeah, a great sort of non-fiction book to read. Then I had a pre-order come in the mail, and yeah, I literally only pre-ordered it last minute because with American books I find it difficult from Amazon. I don't ever get them on the release date, so I have to kind of either wait a week or a few days, or I have to try and find another website that sells it. So I tried this website called Books Please, and they managed to send it to me. It did take about a week, and in the end Amazon got the book anyway to ship, because originally it did say not shipping until July, and then they got some in stock. So maybe next time I will just simply have to wait a week. But yes, this is Places We've Never Been by Casey West. This is Casey West's new and latest book. So yeah, really happy to have this now. And this one sounds really good. So this is a Friends to Enemies to Lovers book. Yeah. So this is about Nora, and their summer road trip is going to be absolutely perfect. She's leaving California for the first time in her life. She is interviewing for a dream college, the place for future video game animators. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? And she's reconnecting with her childhood friend Skylar, who's the boy who taught her to draw and still hasn't forgotten about all of these years. So cue the RV, which is filled with 3 siblings, 2 mums, 1 bathroom, and years of memories. Suddenly the trip isn't quite the vacation that Nora was hoping for when Skylar makes it clear that he'd rather be anywhere else. Nora isn't going to give up without a fight though, and as the families travel from desert heat to mountain vista, sparks begin to fly between the 2 ex-best friends, and friendship doesn't just fade away, does it? So it's a romantic and heartfelt story of family, first love, and how expanding your horizons can take you places you dream of, and a road trip novel. So if you guys really enjoy your road trip novels as well, yeah, perfect. I'm really looking forward to this. I have read so many of Casey West's books. I've read here The Distance Between Us, Pivot Point, Split Second, On the Fence, The Villain Boyfriend, By Your Side, Listen to Your Heart, Maybe This Time, no, Listen to Your Heart, Sunkiss, and I want to say Love Life in the List. So yeah, I've read quite a few of Casey West's books. The only ones I haven't read yet, I think, is Lucky in Love and Fame Fate of the First Kiss, Maybe This Time, and The Moment of Truth. Now this one. So I've only got about 6, but I've read most of them. Casey West is like an author by author, so whenever she brings out a book, I purchase it. So I'm happy to have this one now. I will go on to my library books. So I was looking for a summer thriller, and people had recommended some in the Whatever You Want-a-thon Discord and the recommendations tab, but I could not find my library having any of those. So I went onto Amazon and I just searched summer thriller, and I went round and round until I found one that they did have from that list. And so the book that came up was The Summer House by James Patterson and Brendan Dubois. 7 murder victims, 2 versions of the truth. So yes, Summer House. It's in summer. It's a thriller, a summer thriller. So yeah, one luxurious getaway for a wealthy southern family. The summer house has long since fallen into disrepair. Its fall from grace is complete when it becomes the scene of a horrific mass murder. Shocking evidence points to 4 army rangers recently returned from Afghanistan. The army sends Major Jeremiah Cook, a war veteran and a former NYPD cop, to investigate. And as Cook and his team struggle to put together pieces of evidence that just won't fit, powerful forces rally against them to try and ensure that damning secrets are buried along with the victims. So yeah, it sounds really interesting, and I thought I would get it. James Patterson is normally really good with his short chapters as well, which is another reason why I like the books. Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this a read, and hopefully it's a really good summer thriller for Whatever You Want-a-thon. Then I next, of course, as I was where the author was, I picked up Dolly Parton and James Patterson's book, Run Rose Run. She's a star on the rise and she's a singer on the run. She is singing about the hard life behind her. Nashville is where she'll come to claim her destiny, and it's where the darkness she's fled might find her and destroy her. So yeah, I've heard really good things about this book, and yeah, I really hope that I do enjoy this as well. So I thought I would pick it up as it was there. It's a fairly new release as well, which is great. And then a book that someone had literally just returned that day, I picked up 2 Doors Away, and this is by L. Spellman. This sounds really interesting. What if everything you needed was just 2 doors away? Since moving to a new city, Steph is doing her best to prove to everyone back home that her life is fulfilling and ever inducing as ever. But the truth is she's broke and finding that making new friends isn't as easy as she expected. And Eric has lost his way and License since broke up with Clarissa. And now that all his friends are settling down, they are living in a house share, feeling left behind. Eric and Steph are both lonely, they are both strangers, and they have one connection. They live on the same street on either side of the number 26. Neither has met or as have met their neighbour. They have both used to take comfort in hearing the piano on either side of the wall, and it's made them even more alone. But the music suddenly stopped and number 26 is silent. Brought together by mutual concern, Eric and Steph begin to grow closer. It looks like they might discover a solution to their problems. Could have been just 2 doors away the whole time. It sounds really interesting, so I really like the sound of this one, so hopefully this is a really good chicklet. I've never heard of this one before, and there's a cat in the corner, which also was another reason why I picked it up as well, and books in the other window. So yes, of course, it sounds like a great steal. Now I'm going to go on to the book sale. All of these next books cost me £6.90. So I will start off with the young adult books I picked up. I picked up Casting Shadows as well as Defy the Stars by Sophie Mckenzie. I have read, I want to say, like the first 3 books in this. I've read this one. I have read the first book, Falling Fast. I've read Burning Bright, but I've not read this one, and I thought I would just give them all a reread all over again. and yeah, the fact they were there kind of like was assigned to me, but this is the only one that I didn't have, so I was like, yeah, I've got to get my hands on it. And the spines haven't been broken, so I'm assuming these are books that have just been on someone's shelf and they just haven't read them. Next of all, I picked up The Dead and the Fear by Charlie Hixson. I own the first book, which is The Enemy, and yeah, these are in a sort of like, I want to say like post-apocalyptic series. Yeah, so yeah, it's just based on like survivors and I want to say like infected, like, so like I want to say like zombies. So yeah, these are like the next books in the series that are in it. The only ones that I haven't got now is The Sacrifice and The Fallen. They're the only two. But yeah, The Enemy and The Fear and The Dead, and then The Sacrifice and The Fallen. So yeah, it was handy that these two were there because they're the next two books in the series. I then picked up Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. I have read this before, but I need to complete the series, so I need to reread the first book. And then I found this one. This one I can't remember the things that happened in it. I remember there being a train, I think, but that is literally all I remember. I still remember everything that happened in the first book though, which is why I don't think I really need to reread that at the moment. So I'm thinking Hollow City. I've got it here, and yeah, managed to find it. So yeah, it's a hint that I need to reread this series. I then found a graphic novel, which was handy. This is Kane We Can't Communicate, and this is by Tomohito Oda. This is also an anime. I think it's on Netflix actually. But yeah, this one looks like it hasn't even been read. It's literally like brand new. Like, has somebody either just really carefully read it? Like, I don't even know. But yeah, it's a graphic novel. Volume number 1. So I thought I would give a taste into this and see what it's like, and if I do enjoy it then I can get like the other volumes. But this is the story of socially anxious high school student Shoko, whose greatest dream is to make some friends. Everyone at school mistakes her crippling social anxiety for cool reserve, the whole student body keeping its distance, and they're unable to utter a single word, and friendship might be beyond their reach. Timid Tadano is a total wallflower, as that's just the way he likes it. But that all changes when he finds himself alone in a classroom on the first day of high school with Komi, and he quickly realises that she isn't aloof, she is just super awkward, and now he's made it his mission to help her on a quest to make 100 friends. The journey to 100 friends begins with just a single conversation. So yeah, this like sounds like it's going to be cool and quirky, and I really enjoy it. So if you guys have read this, do let me know down below. I then found Double Cross by Mallory Blackman, and yeah, I recently have hauled the first book, and yeah, it would be great to get my hands on the rest. So yeah, there's Knife Edge, Checkmate, and then this is Double Cross. So yeah, I need to get my hands on a Knife Edge and Checkmate, although the library does have them as well, so it's not the end of the world. It means like spending less money, so hopefully I can get my hands on the other books so I can continue it. But yeah, I need to read the series because I would really like to read the first book, Noughts and Crosses, then I can watch the TV show. And then I picked up Fool Me Twice by Mandy Hubbard. So it says here Mckenzie's determined not to fall for Landon all over again, not after he dumped her and got back together with his ex. They're both at Serenity Ranch, the spa for the summer, and she can't just ignore him, especially after he takes a nasty fall and doesn't remember breaking up with her. Now it's her time to dump him, but not without a little bit of fun first. I do own Not in the Script by Amy Finnegan, and yeah, there's only one other book, Wish You Were Italian, but yeah, these are all if only books. So yeah, summer contemporary. Then I got Ash and Quill by Rachel Kane, and yeah, I think, yeah, I own Ink and Bone and Paper and Fire, I think. So yeah, the fact they had Ash and Quill, I was like, nice. So yeah, this is all based on like the library, I think it was like the Library of Alexandria, and all that, the Great Library. The Great Library has long hoarded all the knowledge of the world. A group of rebels has formed which continues to test its authority. So yeah, can't really say much because this is like continuation in the series, and yeah, it's really, really sad now that Rachel Kane has passed away. So she wrote this series, which is the Great Library series, and she wrote the Morganville Vampire series, and she wrote an adult series as well, which I do own some books of. And yes, it's really sad. I have met her once in person when she came to the Salisbury Waterstones, and she signed some of my books, and she was really, really nice. She's really, really sweet. So it's really, really sad to hear that she has passed away. So may she rest in peace. But yeah, it's really, really nice. I actually really love the covers of these books. I think they're gorgeous, but those are the books on the back there of the other ones. But yeah, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this series. But I have seen some people on BookTube reading them, but I haven't really heard like a lot of thoughts. So yeah, I've got this book in this series now, which is great. Now on to some adult books. I've got here Shopaholic Abroad. This is one Sophie Kinsella book that I don't have in the Shopaholic series. I have got pretty much the other ones, I want to say. I've got Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic. I've got Shopaholic and Sister, Shopaholic and Baby and Mini Shopaholic. I've got Can You Keep a Secret, The Undomestic Goddess, Remember Me, 20's Girl, I've Got Your Number. I'm not sure if I've got Shopaholic Ties or not. I've boxed those books away, so I can't really say. But Shopaholic Abroad, when I looked at it, I was like, I know that I don't have this one because I've recently just boxed my books up. So it's one of these boxes over here somewhere will have the Sophie Kinsella books. But yeah, it's nice to have another book in this series, and then I can like binge them all. Then I found these Lindsay Kelk books. I've got I Heart Paris, I've got I Heart Hollywood, and I Heart Vegas. All by Lindsay Kelk, like I say, they're all in that series. I do have the first book, I was recommended it. I Heart New York, I think it is. So the only one that I haven't got here, so we've got here I Heart Hollywood, I Heart Vegas, so I need I Heart London, and what else have we got here? I Heart this, I Heart Paris, I've got I Heart Paris, so it's I Heart London is the one that I need. So yeah, found these three and I thought, let's have them. Then I found The Edge of Always by J. Redmersky. I finally got a finished copy of this now. I read this as an e-arc years ago when it first came out. I absolutely loved it. It broke my heart. I'm due a reread of the first book, The Edge of Never. Such a good new adult book. I absolutely love it. So good. And I love Andrew Parrish so much. I always remember Andrew Parrish. They meet on a bus, if I remember. It's been years since I've last read it. I really need to reread it. But like, it was just absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to reread it again. And I'm so happy that I have this again to also reread. But yeah, this has like a trigger warning of miscarriage in it. So yeah, and that's all I can remember. I remember it being really hard hitting because of that trigger warning. So if that triggers you, obviously this isn't for you. But yeah, it's just great. It's just absolutely great. More people just need to read The Edge of Never. The Edge of Never is great. It's just what starts the journey, and it's just so good. So yeah, really happy to have this now. But yeah, because this is a sequel, I don't want to spoil you on what happened in the first book. But yeah, Cameron and Andrew, it's the first book is how they meet and how they help each other. So yeah, really great. And I've picked up The Flip Side by James Bailey. Who says you can't love up to a chance? Can't leave love up to a chance. At first I was like, does that even make sense? New Year's Eve, Josh has a high-flying proposal planned. An exclusive pod on the London Eye with champagne, truffles and the ring, and it's perfect, but until she says no, and they have to spend the next 29 minutes alone together. But by the time Josh is back on the ground, his whole life is up in the air. He's managed to lose his girlfriend, his job and his flat, and he can't trust his own judgment, so he puts his faith in fate. From now on, he will make every choice by flipping a coin, but it's reckless and it's scary, and they've tried the right way, and look where it's ended them up. But what if the girl of his dreams is just one flip of a coin away? Just sounds interesting. I like the sound of that, like taking a chance and fate and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, Another great sounding chicklet. I then have picked up the physical copy of Dunkirk, and this is by Joshua Levine. I do have this as an ebook. At the time when the movie came out, I watched the movie. I loved the movie. I thought it was so good, and I wanted to read the book to it. So at the time, I think it was 99p on Kindle, so I ordered it, and now I've got the physical copy of it. So yeah, I prefer reading physical copies, but this actually contains pictures like from the movie as well, which is like really cool. Like, I really like it. But yeah, it was so like, yeah, so hard hitting and stuff. Yeah, pictures from the movie, which is great. And I know that when I finish this, or I could always lend it to Will first, but yeah, I know that Will would like this because he is into anything with like war, navy, the army. He really enjoys that stuff, SAS, you know. So I know that he would enjoy this book, but I don't actually remember. He might actually have the book himself, so could be a buddy read if so. But yeah, we should see. But yeah, I'm just glad that I had this now. When I saw it, I was like, ah, physical copy. I then have got here The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons. Paulina Simons. So when I first started BookTube, this was a book that everybody was picking up and reading, and they were saying it was absolutely amazing. So when I saw it at my community sale, I was like, I must get my hands on it. So yeah, so it's 1941. The White Knights of Summer illuminated city of fallen grandeur, whose palaces and avenues speak of a different age, and Leningrad was known as St. Petersburg. Two sisters, Tatiana and Dasha, share the same bed, living in one room with their brother and parents. The routine of their hard, impoverished life is shattered on the 22nd of June 1941 when Hitler invades Russia. For the Metanov family, for the Leningrad, and particularly for Tatiana, life will never be the same again. And on that fateful day, Tatiana meets a brush young man named Alexander. The family suffers as Hitler's army advances on Leningrad, and the Russian winter closes in. With bombs falling and the city under siege, Tatiana and Alexander are drawn to each other, but theirs is a love that could tear Tatiana's family apart. And at its heart lies a secret that can mean death to anyone who hears it. Confronted by the one hand by Hitler's vast war machine, and on the other by a Soviet system determined to crush the human spirit, Tatiana and Alexander are pitted against the very tide of history at a turning point in the century that made the modern world. It sounds like absolutely a lot, and the writing is absolutely small, but everyone at the time was saying how amazing it is, how emotional it is. Yes, it is a big bulky book, but I've been told that it's like mind-blowingly amazing. So yeah, if you guys have read this, let me know what you think. I know it's kind of like ironic in a sense. There is a war going on involving Russia, but this is Russia and Germany, wasn't it? Hitler Germany. So yeah, Russia, Germany, and like now it's Russia, Ukraine. Oh, I hate wars so much. Like, it just needs to stop. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be really hard. And I've got here Don't You Forget About Me by Mary McFarlane, and it's got a little doggy in it. I thought it was really cute. So we began with 4 words. I love your laugh. That was 12 years ago though. It began the day that Georgia was fired from the worst restaurant in Sheffield and found the worst boyfriend in the world, in bed with somebody else. So when her new boss, Lucas McCarthy, turns out to be the boy who wrote those words to her all that time ago, it feels like the start of something, but the only problem is he doesn't seem to remember Georgina at all. So it says here is sparky and smart and sore stomach laughing kind of read. It's effortlessly brilliant and totally hilarious and wincingly real. But yes, another chicklet, and I remember this being on NetGalley at some point actually. I remember it actually popping up. So yeah, you always remember your first love, don't you? Well, obviously he doesn't remember her, but she remembers him. So yeah, I think that's where it's going to be really funny. But yes, I've gained some more books which when moving is going to be fun because I'm gaining some more books to move with. But for £6.90 for like, I want to say maybe 20 books or something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, like 18 books or something like that. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, 18 books for $6.90, and then my pre-order was, I think, £9 something, and then there were 3 free books off of the shelf. So that's crazy. That's, you know, I've spent less than so $6.90, yeah, less than £20 on, I want to say, like 20, just over 20 books. When you think if I took 20 books fully priced to the till, that would be well over like £200. So yeah, absolute steal. And they're books that I wanted. I literally picked up the ones I wanted to get, books from series I have and continuations of, and I just thought for the prices, and also it is giving money back to the community. The community in this town actually is really good. Like when I went to the library today, they have a section in the library where they will bring in foods from supermarkets that are not selling them anymore. They're literally about to go off, they can't sell them anymore, and people can pick them up for free. So I managed to pick up today a baguette, some mushrooms, some potatoes, some eggs. They're literally like due to go off any minute soon, but I can use them. You know, I'm signed off work, like with stress at the moment, stress and low mood depression, so I need this sort of stuff, you know. For me, this is really good. It's almost like it was meant to be that I went there today, so I think it's really good, and like for other people who are also in need as well, like to sort of see that. And yeah, I think it's great. Like, and I just love libraries. There are brand new books in there, and I had to really resist, and I was just like, I'm going to only get 3 library books. And then I just thought I would pop in to my local community centre, and the books that they are donated books from people, and then if we go in there and want anything, then we purchase them. Adult books are 50p, like younger readers are like 20p. So yeah, I was just like, I said to them, I was like, oh, I've got this many like adult books, this many like children's younger readers books, and yeah, she was just like $6.90. I was ready for like £10. I was just like, there you go. So yeah, they made a bit of money from me today, and I hope that it somehow helps. They were saying that they have been struggling for money, and that's just what the lockdown did to them. You know, the fact that they are struggling, and now they're open and stuff, so I'm really hoping that they can get the money back somehow. Fingers crossed they can. So yeah, but that's it for this book haul. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and like I say, if you have read any of these books, do let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Let me know what books you guys have recently hauled and recently found. What books are you guys reading at the moment? I am really out of the loop in booktube at the moment. I've just had a lot going on, so yeah, I have no idea what's the latest book that people are reading and stuff. Like now and then I kind of like see what people are reading. My camera file exceeded the number of clips, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of wrap up and say that that's it for me, guys. So keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I will see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye.